As Christmas draws near, a cold wind whispers through the darkened corners of Canada. The holiday season stirs something ancient and restless within the land as the ghosts of the past awaken, eager to share their chilling stories. 1. Hatley Castle, British Columbia. Hatley Castle is not just a majestic building, it hides a tragic past. On a Christmas Eve long ago, a woman lost her husband to a cruel war, and her sorrow has never left this place. As the Christmas season nears, her figure can be seen at the windows, staring out into the cold, waiting for a return that will never come. The warmth of the castle seems to disappear when her ghostly presence fills the rooms. Visitors often report sudden drops in temperature and the faint sound of footsteps pacing through the halls. A mournful sigh echoes in the darkness, as though she's still longing for the love she lost. The castle becomes eerily quiet as Christmas Eve approaches, and a sense of sadness fills the air. Sometimes guests hear whispers as if someone is crying, the sound barely audible but heavy with grief. They turn around, but no one is there. 2. The Old Don Jail, Toronto, Ontario. The Old Don Jail carries a dark history. One Christmas Eve, a man was wrongfully executed, his soul never finding peace. His anger, his pain, it lingers in the very walls of this haunted place. Those who venture inside claim to hear chains clinking softly in the silence, growing louder as Christmas approaches. In the dead of night, some have even felt an icy touch on their shoulder, only to turn and find no one there. The echo of his anguished screams reverberates through the corridors, and at times, some believe they can even feel his presence looming behind them, searching for justice. 3. Villa Maria School, Montreal, Quebec. The haunting of Villa Maria School is tied to a young girl who tragically lost her life during Christmas. Her spirit, lost in the sorrow of her untimely death, drifts through the hallways. As Christmas Eve draws closer, her presence becomes more apparent. Her laughter, soft and almost childlike, fills the empty corridors, followed by the faint sound of footsteps that never seem to come closer. It's as if she's playing a game, inviting those who dare enter to stay with her. But as you reach the center of the school, a chill in the air and the feeling of being watched can leave you breathless, your heart racing. 4. Highway 2, Nova Scotia. Highway 2 in Nova Scotia is infamous for ghostly encounters, especially around Christmas. A woman who died in a tragic car accident on Christmas Eve is said to haunt the stretch of road where her life was cut short. Drivers sometimes report picking up a woman standing on the side of the road, only for her to vanish when they turn away. On foggy nights, her ghost can be seen in the rearview mirror, staring back with hollow eyes. The air grows heavier, and the road seems endless, as if she's guiding travelers to her final resting place. As Christmas nears, sightings of her grow more frequent, her presence more intense. 5. Abandoned Ontario Psychiatric Hospital, Ontario. The Abandoned Ontario Psychiatric Hospital is infamous for the restless spirits of its former patients, many of whom died in agony. As Christmas approaches, their presence grows stronger. Visitors report an unnatural cold and the distant sound of chains dragging across the floor. There's a heavy, oppressive feeling in the air, as if unseen eyes are watching. Some claim to feel a hand brushing their shoulder or hear whispers of lost souls reaching out, searching for release. The spirits remain trapped within the decaying walls, unable to rest, forever bound to the haunting memories of the place. 6. Fortress of Louisbourg, Nova Scotia. The Fortress of Louisbourg echoes with the sounds of battle from long ago. Soldiers who died on Christmas Eve are said to haunt the fortress, their spirits forever locked in conflict. At night, the sound of cannon fire and the clash of swords can be heard, though no battle rages. Visitors feel a chill in the air, and shadows appear to move on their own. It's as if the soldiers are forever reliving their final moments, unwilling to let go of the past. As Christmas nears, their presence intensifies, and the once proud fortress feels alive with the restless souls of the past. 7. Cobalt Ghost Town, Ontario. The Cobalt Ghost Town is home to the restless spirit of a miner who died on Christmas night, never finding the treasure he sought. His ghost is said to wander the abandoned town, still searching. Visitors have reported hearing the sound of a pickaxe striking stone in the distance, only to find the town eerily silent. The temperature drops suddenly, and a sense of being watched lingers in the air. As Christmas approaches, his presence becomes more pronounced, his search for wealth continuing, even in death. 8. Notre-Dame-de-Bonsecours Chapel, Montreal, Quebec. As Christmas approaches, the Notre-Dame-de-Bonsecours Chapel takes on an eerie air. Visitors report an unsettling presence, especially near the altar. The ghost of a nun who died on Christmas Eve long ago is said to wander the chapel, her spirit trapped. At night, whispers echo through the air, and some claim to see her figure standing by the altar, hidden in the shadows. The atmosphere grows colder, as though the chapel itself feels her sorrow. A chill lingers long after you leave, as though her spirit is still watching from the shadows. 9. Okanagan Lake, British Columbia. Okanagan Lake is famous for its serene beauty, but beneath its surface, it hides a dark secret. The ghost of a fisherman who drowned on Christmas Eve is said to haunt its shores. Locals describe a shadowy figure, standing alone by the lake, staring out across the water. On cold, foggy nights, the cries of a man in distress can be heard. Some even report seeing the figure walking along the water's edge, his form barely visible in the mist. Visitors feel a sudden chill, as though the spirit is drawing them in. If you listen closely, you might hear his desperate calls for help. 10 St. James Cemetery, Toronto, Ontario. The St. James Cemetery holds the restless spirit of a young woman who died on Christmas Eve, having lost her child in childbirth. Her ghost is often seen wandering among the gravestones, searching for the baby she never held. Visitors at night hear soft cries in the distance, but when they look, no one is there. Some even claim to see her figure, draped in a white gown, moving among the graves. As Christmas approaches, her sorrow seems to intensify, and the atmosphere around her grave grows heavier, filled with a deep, unspoken sadness. 11. Rocky Mountains, Alberta. The Rocky Mountains are known for their beauty, but at Christmas they hide something darker. A man who died in a blizzard on Christmas night is said to haunt these peaks, still searching for his lost companions. Hikers report hearing footsteps behind them, only to turn around and find no one there. At night, the wind whispers, and shadows seem to move between the trees. Some say you can feel the cold grip of the man's spirit, still lost and wandering the snow-covered mountains, forever searching for warmth that never comes. The Stanley Theatre, Vancouver, British Columbia. The Stanley Theatre holds the tragic ghost of an actress who died in a fire during a Christmas performance. Visitors have reported hearing footsteps echoing through the theater, followed by faint cries. Lights flicker, and shadows dance on the walls, sometimes forming the figure of a woman in a long gown. As Christmas draws near, her presence grows stronger. Some claim to hear her voice singing, her soft melody echoing in the empty theater, as if she is performing her final act over and over again. 13. Pacific Spirit Regional Park, Vancouver, British Columbia. The Pacific Spirit Regional Park holds the spirits of ancestors who once inhabited the land. As Christmas approaches, their presence grows more intense. Visitors often hear the sound of distant drums, a rhythm that seems to call them deeper into the woods. As you wander through the park, a sense of being watched grows stronger, and some hikers report feeling an unseen force guiding them. Figures move in the fog, vanishing before they can be fully seen. The park seems to come alive with energy, as if the spirits are restless, waiting for something or someone. 14. West Montrose Covered Bridge, Ontario. The West Montrose Covered Bridge, known as the Kissing Bridge, is haunted by a woman who died in a Christmas Eve accident. Locals say her spirit still searches for the love she lost. On foggy nights, her ghost can be seen walking across the bridge, her form disappearing into the mist. Visitors hear faint footsteps behind them and feel an icy chill as they cross. Some say they've felt the touch of a cold hand on their shoulder, but when they turn, no one is there. The bridge seems to carry a sense of longing, as if the woman is still waiting for her lost love to return. 15. Prince of Wales Hotel, Alberta. The Prince of Wales Hotel is home to a sorrowful spirit. A woman died on Christmas night, waiting for a lover who never came. Guests often hear soft footsteps echoing in the hallways, followed by a sudden drop in temperature. Some report seeing a woman in white, drifting silently through the hotel, her expression one of deep sadness. As Christmas approaches, her presence becomes more intense, and visitors often feel as if they are not alone. Her spirit waits, still searching for a love that never returned. Which haunted place intrigued you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more chilling tales here at Creepy Experience.